Yeah, but I think you're
Yeah,
making
I
a
was
good
definitely. I remember being like physically during that game because I was like, "There's no way Bocek should beat me in this," and sure as shit, he did.
This was a.
No way.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mitch. I was clicking on your team, and you have like the number 3, 8, 9, 11, like players overall in fantasy. I think my best player is 41.
That's funny.
Like it's a disaster.
I was looking at, oh god, ESPN showed a stat. It was like leading receivers and receptions or yards. I couldn't remember what it was, but it was like it was Chase, Jefferson, and Debo, and I was like, that's sad. I had 3 of the 5 best.
That was what I was
receivers.
trying to take one from you.
Yeah, dude, your receiver core was unreal.
It's still
you had that coupled with Derrick Henry having just an MVP caliber year when he was healthy. And I was like, especially when you made that trade for Elliott, I was like,
oh, that was like,
who's going to beat him now?
I know.
Elliott's a washed up sack of shit.
Turns out Mike
knew twice. Pretend to eat some cereal.
Hot.
He's not even eating cereal anymore. I don't know what the fuck he's eating.
I can't believe Mike, the savant, traded for James Conner, who would lead the NFL in touchdowns. When it was he's a backup running back in Arizona.
It was a good, he was already killing it. He would get 1 touchdown from the game.
Yeah, but he was getting
it didn't seem really sustainable.
And 40 yards a game. And he'd sneak in 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Right.
So statistically, he was boom or bust in that sense of if he doesn't get a touchdown, his stats are shit. Right. But he was getting touchdowns every week.
Pull up the numbers between them because if you averaged out what he got versus what I got week on week, we both went out. Both increased our total points by 20 a week. It was something pretty cool. So it worked out well. But I think people were saw the name James Conner he's not doing shit.
See, that's why I still think of James Conner back in the days where I would draft Le'Veon Bell, and I've had Conner. I would have Conner as a handcuff. You pick him up in round 10 or whatever. And anytime Bell would go out, he would just score 3 touchdowns a game. So I'm like, Conner's, you can't sleep on him. He's a good pickup, but I don't know. With Kyler Murray, they just weren't running the ball a whole lot. But he gets so many end zone touches and red zone touches.
Anymore.
I think Kyler's playing hurt. I think there's something wrong with him.
I don't know.
I think there's a lot of guys playing hurt right now.
Yeah. We're officially live, by the way. I went ahead and started it.
Sweet.
I thought more people were going to show up. I thought Bocek was coming. I thought Alec might come, but that's okay. We will run down Rivalry Week together, and maybe if somebody joins and wants to hop in, feel free to. So this is Rivalry Week. We can go to the weekly recap, which the highlights are definitely Eric and me squeaking out victories. That was miraculous in itself.
Playoff hope alive. I'm basically in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, if you're gonna need some help. I have the playoff scenarios later, which we can look at.
Oh, I know what I need. I need those 2 to lose, but I want Sean to lose, but beat me in points this week by 17.4. So I beat him overall by 0.1.
Yeah, I have a whole slide about
I'm so excited.
How many points you need. Alec, whose name has just ended already, he lost to Mike because Mike cannot be the unstoppable force that is Mike cannot be stopped. Halbin, you barely squeaked it out over Bocek. Beck celebrated not getting last, and Trevor had another just horrendous, disastrous week. And then Mitch, somehow you 40-pieced the number 1 team in the league. So
you almost have him take a shot.
No, he did.
So he put a 455.
He's biggest.
For the 200. Oh my God,
almost for the 200, and he has biggest blowout, which is crazy.
Yeah, there was another. That would have been the second 200 this year, right? And then I would have had a third earlier in the year if I hadn't benched fucking Herbert the week he went off for 50.
Yeah, you would have put up 220 that week. It was
Can I recommend the new icon for you, Mitch? Can we do Joey Bosa doing the Halo teabag? Because that's just all you're doing with people right now.
What, you don't like your mom's C cups?
I was gonna say, I feel like he has to leave Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's about to surpass Jerry Rice for all-time points per game.
Yeah, I don't believe
That's
that.
nuts, man.
He's insane. I saw somebody say that Jerry Rice is the black Cooper Kupp, and I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god,
that's amazing.
That's what yours is now, Mitch.
Yeah, that's I mean, yeah, it was an eventful week for me, Halbin, and at the bottom of the league, basically, and then the top half of the league just kind of played. So we can look at the standings where, Mitch, you finally take your reign at the top.
Three-way tie.
Yep, Aaron O finally loses. Mike is on a 9-game win streak.
Jesus Christ.
With 55 waiver dollars, so if somebody gets hurt, Mike's going to outbid you, I promise. Mike also has the least number of moves by a considerable amount. I don't know what to say about Mike. He's just working.
I guess I'm glad I know that because I almost dropped Henry this week or last week because he wasn't going to play for us. He might come back early, and now knowing he's got $55, that'd be like the worst mistake ever.
I think don't you freeze the rosters for teams that are eliminated?
Oh, do we? I don't know.
I feel like last year Sean froze all the rosters as soon as playoffs started.
It's probably a smart move.
So yeah, so I don't I don't drop Kamara because I'm not playing anymore, and then he sits on waivers.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in this league would do
Somehow David Hollis got a suspicious $500 Venmo.
Yeah, crazy how that worked. And Mike runs away with the league. The ultimate excitement here is the 3 teams vying for the last playoff spot: Sean, Bacek, and of course you, Eric. I just realized Mike has the least points against. That makes sense. Followed closely by Bacek and you, Mitch. So maybe there is a secret to this. It's don't get scored on.
Well, they're the one. I mean, they're putting the points on everybody else, and us peons down low aren't putting points on them. That's all it means.
Yeah, Eric, you're only 1 point behind third most points scored, so that's pretty crazy. But you have obviously the most points against by far. Well, not by far. Alec has a lot of points against, but Alec also doesn't score.
Yeah, you just had some bad luck, man, in your games.
Early on, I did, but yeah.
I'm Halbin light, where I score a lot for the bad teams, but I also get run over by most teams. Trevor's here.
Jesus, that looks so perfect.
Yeah, my losses have been ugly when I lost, but
well,
I didn't realize I won the week
there he is.
How you doing, Trevor?
Hey, bud.
My internet's terrible. Let me switch Wi-Fi.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I was laid in bed yesterday when I saw that I was going to win, and now I just have to not get... Trevor has to score 175 more points than me next week and win, and I have to lose for me to get last place.
Don't cut me, David. I may drop all your players.
You bet. You're trying to get in the... Hey, that's...
I may drop your
overreach. I could make a team away from
70. I can't even score 70, so I think you're safe.
Oh, I have a bunch of fun stats for your shot of the week this week, Trevor. It was a good one for you.
Yeah, great.
I think you also win the most name changes award.
I changed it about 4 times on Sunday itself.
Yeah.
You had to be live refreshing Yahoo Fantasy to see them all.
Keep up with that.
Yeah, Alec caught 2 or 3 of them, so.
That's good.
I love the name for 7, 8, 9, and 10 right now. They're so depressing.
All just miserable down here.
Who is just ended already? Is that Alec?
Yeah, it's Alec.
Okay, and then Sean Smooth Jazz. Guys, somebody's got to knock Sean out of the pot. Who Sean plays? We'll get into that.
We'll get into it. That's the best matchup of the week. Let me tell you.
Wait, how many people make the playoffs?
4.
But don't we have a secondary playoff too?
Yeah, top 8 or
no, about that.
5, 6, 7, and 8.
I think being 8th is the worst. I'd much rather be 9th or 10th than 8th and have to keep playing.
At least the misery's over, right?
I was 8th last year, and I ended up getting like 6th because I won my first round of the consolation bracket. So I felt okay.
Maybe not last, but I'd definitely rather be 9th than 8th.
Yeah.
I have an odd feeling I'm going to get 5th for like the 3rd straight year in a row and just be average spot again.
Yeah,
I'll take average.
This was a really weird year for fantasy, where I feel like last year it was like a bunch of teams that were awful and everyone else at the top was pretty close. This week the top teams are so much better than everybody else. And then it's just a shit show in the bottom like 6 teams.
Right.
It was a very, very top heavy year. But we can do the shots of the week this week.
It seems like it's the same. I don't know. You guys are probably in other leagues too, but like, it seems like it's the same all around, like across the board. Like every league I'm in, every league like brothers in, everybody you talk to, like there's like 2 or 3 good teams, and everybody else is decimated by injuries and is trash.
Yeah. I'm in the bottom of another league. I put up like 40 points. Well, 1 because I stopped really caring, but 2, I had Lamar and I had to pull in David Johnson last second, who then was stopped by COVID. So I got like 1 point between my running back and quarterback. So
I think part of what you were saying, Mitch, is because a lot of teams that drafted at the end of the like round had like a pretty consistent like hitters. Like it was very realistic to go like Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris. Like I feel like a lot of teams did that, and that was way better than someone like me going Kamara Metcalf. Which, like, on draft day, it sounds like I got a wide receiver 1 and a running back 1, but then both of your running backs end up being top 10. And then the wild cards in, like, the 4th round for receivers were crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Mitch, have either of your running backs been hurt? Has Najee Harris been hurt this year?
He's been like questionable and banged up, and he's had a couple games where he didn't get a lot of touches, but he hasn't been hurt. No.
I was looking today at the draft picks, and it's like everyone else's running back 1, running back 2 have all gotten hurt for periods of times, except for I think your 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Taylor hasn't. I mean, he had the first 3 weeks, he hardly did anything.
I almost traded
6 and 8.
And
everybody was throwing me trade offers, and I'm like,
you're smart on that one.
Like, sorry.
I was going to give you some heavy names, but oh well.
It's so hard.
No, there were some very legitimate trade offers, but it's just like, no, I'm going to hold on this one.
You, GM of the year.
It helps when you have Cooper Kupp, who's like outscoring teams by himself. You kind of feel like you're like, oh, maybe I'll hold for a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got sick of it and started sending everybody shit trade offers so they'd stop trading with me.
I think I asked to trade you a kicker for him at one point, and Sean for somebody else, but I was doing that a lot to everybody.
You sent me one trade that I would have exchanged like 3 of our players, and I don't think any of it would have mattered. It was like you wanted like Zach Moss and Kareem Hunt, and you were going to trade me like Jerry Jeudy and like someone else that was trash, and it was like, cool. That would have just been like a wash for everything.
None of this matters.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trades that probably didn't matter this year.
Well, let's get to the shots of the week, where our biggest blowout is Aaron O, who actually scored like the 3rd most points this week, but just got paced by 42.7. He would have beaten over half the league, and this was the closest the biggest blowout race has ever been. Between you, Trevor.
It's a miracle that I did not end up with this.
Which is amazing that Aaron O scored twice as many points as you and got biggest blowout.
I'm just nervous. I'm nervous now playing Mitch.
Yeah.
That he just put up 200 and I put up 70.
Be our first 100 bomb.
Yeah.
Oh man.
130 bomb.
So
give Cooper Kupp a rest. He needs a night off.
Yeah, let him sit a week.
Trevor, you are the Dumpster Fire team of the week. Is this your 3rd week in a row as Dumpster Fire?
No, this would be my 2nd week in a row.
So you have 2 to do then.
I took 2 last week because I made a deal with Beck that if either one of us was a Dumpster Fire a few weeks ago, that we both had to take it.
Okay.
So I held up my end of the bargain. I will say Beck texted me and was like, I got to take a shot now too. He thought it was a season-long thing. So when I got dumpster fire, he's like, oh crap, I gotta take a shot. I was like, Beck, as much as I respect it and could play this off of like, yes, we agreed on a full season deal, I will not do that to you.
Beck's the opposite of commitment issues. He signed that contract and he was like, it lasts. I've seen it through. Trevor, half the league doubled your score this week.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Beck scored the lowest amount of points this week and beat you by he was the 9th highest scoring team this week and still beat you by 40.
Pretty sure it's now 2 weeks in a row I'm the only team not to be in the hundreds.
Yeah, I mean, there were only 2 teams not in the 130s. Like it's
how many weeks have you been under 100, Trev?
I don't think as many as you would think.
Okay.
The weirdest thing is when going into the week, almost every week, I'm projected right up there with the team. And like multiple weeks, I've been projected in the 140s, 145s. I don't think my team has outperformed projections since like week 3. I'm pretty sure I've gone like 10 weeks in a row, and not even close. I think the closest I was to my projection in like this 10-week streak of never hitting above it was like 28 points or something off of my projection. God. Besides that, I've been like 30 plus more points away from what I was supposed to be projected at.
Didn't you score 120 like a week or two ago?
Yeah, I think that was the closest week. I think I was projected at like 145.
Jesus Christ. That's so...
What false hope are they giving you?
It's amazing. I almost dug into it today and was like, I wonder, like, out of starters, what my starter percentage of players that actually go above their projection versus like Mitch is. I got a feeling it's like 20% of my guys actually play above projections, and that's like the tight end that was projected at 2 points on Monday night, and he got 3.5. It's like, does that even count?
I saw that. I was like, who the hell's Bland?
Yeah, basically.
I pick up this just explains my season. Waller goes out, so I have to pick up a tight end. So I pick up Higbee, who's not hurt or anything. And then, of course, at 3 on a Monday, he's not playing on the Monday night game. It's like, well, who the hell else is left?
Bland.
And the worst part was Alex Tex that he outscored Robinson, Mooney, and Lamar Jackson combined.
Yeah, that was rough.
With 4 catches for like 36 yards or something like that?
No, it's not even that. He only had 4 points.
Oh, I thought he had 4 catches.
No, which means Robinson, Lamar, and Mooney had under 4 points combined. How are you ever going to win a game?
I don't know.
Poor Trevor is like Aaron O at the beginning of the season, where into the tank. Like, Trevor, weren't you projected on draft day or whatever? Weren't you projected to be like top 3 or something like that? And Aaron O was going to be crap, or was that like the first?
Aaron O was like 60 points below than like everyone else. It was like his team was so garbage.
I'm pretty sure I was like 2-0 and it thought I was not going to win a game all year, and it was about right. It nailed it.
Maybe Yahoo's on to something. Well, Yahoo had me winning the league comfortably, and that obviously didn't happen. So
yeah. If you look at my bench right now, that's just like injured reserve players. I think I have a better lineup on my bench full of hurt people than I do if I just played my team.
Oh, sure.
My bench has 0 points on it because none of them played, and I could build a legitimate starting lineup from it.
Sean compared me to all the Space Jam characters at halftime when they were all just injured sitting in the locker room.
There you go.
The other day. So.
Well, Trevor, you need to win, I need to lose, and you need to score 175 more points than me to not place last this season.
I need your kicker to miss about 90 field goals.
Yeah. I think it was last week that I was going against Aaron O, who had Travis Kelce, and he was up 1, and I was like, what are the Vegas odds on Travis Kelce throwing an interception and not getting any catches? Because then I can win, but that never happened. So you're going to need a lot of fucky wuckies here for me to surrender last place. But
yeah, Sean texted me last night. I want to find it. It was so nice and kind of sad. He was like, I really wanted to beat David because I really wanted you to buy you one more week, dude. He was so disappointed in himself for letting me down.
I was so bummed after
I would have felt
Thursday
terrible if you lost, and then somehow I beat Mitch on the last week, and you get last by outscoring me by 200 points.
I think that would have been the last place punishment itself, is I run a podcast the entire season of me getting my ass whooped. And then it's like,
I also think it's amazing Mitch is averaging like 45 or 50 more points than me all season. I looked at his points for. He has like 600 more points for than me.
Oh my god!
Last game, Mitch's players, like the game he scored against Aaron O, his average score for a player was 21, and Trevor, your average score was 8.
And that's with a kicker that scored 1 point.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, I could play 8 weeks more of fantasy football and not catch up to Mitch's score.
Yeah. It's pretty wild how dominant the Mitch Ranchburg squad has been, especially with bye weeks over. Now he just gets the full squad he's trotting out every week.
Yeah, I just love that he's gonna just trample me in last place just to end my season. Like, there's no one I'd rather let Mitch in first, outscoring me by 600, just put one last whooping on me to end the year. Let's go out strong.
Just to go out, Go out how you want it. Well, we still need to pick a last place punishment. I don't know what our current ideas are.
Yeah, I did talk to everyone else, not about a punishment, but Sullivan, we talked about this a while ago.
Yeah.
Next season, we need to pick the punishment before the person, so that we're not influencing the punishment based on who it is.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, we should. That has to be like draft day. Like maybe it's like pre-draft or post-draft or something. We figure out and name the punishment.
I like draft.
Also,
day.
are we doing draft day in person next year?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I'd be down.
We can probably just do it in my basement. That'd be fun.
As long as you bring your homemade brandy, we can get a whiteboard.
Halibut hooch is what it's called.
Yeah, there you go.
Sullivan, what?
Hooch.
That cured my hangover right up on Sean's wedding day. Took a sip of that, and I was like, let's start drinking. So I think it burned out the rest of the alcohol in there.
I think that I dumped that somewhere. I'll make some more for you.
It's toxic waste. Trevor, you're up to 10 shots of the week, and I don't even know if that's right. You might have more than that.
He's like,
cheers, buddy.
He doesn't know he's had 10 shots.
Congrats. Yeah. We talked at the beginning of the year. The commissioner specifically said we're trying to encourage as much drinking as possible, and boy, have we. Especially for the right side of this chart here, with Alec, me, and Trevor up to 23 and 1 Smirnoff Ice. Shots of the week has been fun. Eric, you have a few more weeks to stay alive.
Kind of boring, to be honest.
You want one of mine?
Yeah, start donating.
Yeah. You're in on the Beck.
Yeah, the Beck. What's the game where you just add someone else to the drinking chain?
Exactly.
Sullivan's a part of it.
Send a shot, take a shot, send a shot.
Yeah. We should do it like Kings next year, where you have a drinking partner.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That'd be kind of fun.
Your rival, so you can just be pissed at him.
Yeah.
Mitch would be pissed. Mitch would be so
I'm in
mad.
first place, but I'm hammered every week.
I'm feeling it, guys, but my
hate this. Well, the path
it could be combined scores of the rivals too.
Oh, that'd be fun. That's an idea. Instead of rivals, you have a team, like somebody you're partnered with, and then scores. You add like total scores, and then the worst team has to do something. Huh? We're just trying to all get
like lowest score of the combined. Those two have to take a shot.
Yeah, that's an idea, commissioners. Take notes.
Jotting it down.
So for playoffs, the path to the 1 seed runs through Mitch. If Mitch wins, he's like 200 points ahead of the next highest scorer, so he should wrap up the 1 seed. Aaron O will get the 1 seed if Mitch loses, and Mike scores less than 64 than Aaron O did, and Mike needs both of you guys to lose. Or put up like 220, and Aaron O put up his usual 150. But I don't know if I see Mike doing that.
Just an easy breezy 150.
Yeah. And then the final playoff spot is between Sean Bocek and Sullivan. Sean just needs a win, and he needs Bocek to not score 120 more points than him. Obviously, that's unlikely. Bocek needs a win against Aaron O specifically, and he needs Sean to lose. And Holloway, you need to beat Beck, have Sean and Bocek both lose, and you can't score 17 less than Sean.
Yep.
It's a long shot there for you, bud, but I've seen crazier things.
I mean, look who's playing who this week, though.
Oh, let's talk about it, because it's rivalry week, and I have the teams pulled up as far as meaninglessness to things that matter the most. So the first matchup is me against Alec in the Smirnoff Ice Bowl. The loser will be chugging a Smirnoff Ice on video, as per usual. I think I've lost the last 3. So hopefully we turn that around. These are the current projected lineups. Alec is supposed to score 1 million more points than me. But I personally think they're giving a lot of credit to Gronk to score 17 or 16, Saquon to score 17, and Dak to score 28 when he hasn't scored over 20 in the last few weeks.
Yeah, the Saquon projections are always ridiculous.
Yeah.
Claypool scoring 13.
Hey, he's still celebrating. Give him a break.
No way he plays Claypool over Javonte. Javonte's been going nuts lately.
Yeah, that's true.
They always shit on Hunter Renfrow, dude. Nobody believes in Mike.
Just leave Claypool in and take out Barkley.
He looks like he should be on this podcast and not in the field.
Yeah, but he's nuts. He scores me like 25 a game. I love
should be doing my taxes. That's what it looks like.
He's the man.
He's very good.
I got him on waivers in like week 8. Couldn't believe it. Also, I'm probably going to end up playing...
He's the only saving grace I've had.
I'm probably going to end up playing Kendrick Osborne because I believe in him over DK Metcalf, honestly.
Weird to say.
Metcalf's kind of sucked. And I'm glad Ridley rode the bench with me the entire season. He played 3 games for me and then just never came back because his mind, he's too sad. So am I, man.
That's what we're calling depression.
He's too sad, and so am I. So I held him out of solidarity, and I think that's fine.
Have you reached out to him? You guys could be like drinking buddies.
I was going to say we could sponsor each other.
Yeah.
Any predictions for this rivalry game?
I mean, you've got some guys that have hot hands. Like,
hell yeah.
Knox is back. If Swift can play, he could be decent. Kamara's back. Renfro's been playing out of his mind, but I don't know.
Cleveland. But he's going
Russell Wilson's
Giants, Baltimore Jets, Dallas, Baltimore.
Yeah.
I might go you, Dave, because I don't think Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams are going to do that well against Baltimore's defense. As projected, they'll do well, but I don't think they're going to hit projected. And then obviously Barkley's overrated all the time. But
we'd love to hear that.
Is Lamar going to play this week?
Unknown.
With my luck, no.
He's on Trevor's team, so he's not playing.
Yeah. I'm nervous about Jalen Waddle against the Jets. I feel like he might score 1,000 points.
But is Parker come back this week? So
he is back.
Parker was back, and Waddle still scored like 17 or something.
He still scored one. Okay.
It's like it's weird. We have like possession receivers where I have Renfrow and he has Waddle. We both have. I think I have better running backs than him, but I think he has Devontae Adams, and I have no one on the caliber of Devontae Adams. So,
I wonder if Adams keeps it going when Rodgers is gone.
Also, Washington gives up the single most points to quarterbacks in football. So, hopefully Jalen can do some work for me.
Yeah, you've got too many Qs for my liking.
Those were Jalen said he's playing. He was off. He just came off bye. They just haven't had practice yet to injury designate him. Swift, I don't know if he'll play, but if he doesn't play, I'll play Kendrick Osborne or KJ Osborne. And I feel bad. I don't feel bad about that at all. Or I'll play Goddard, dude. Goddard scored like 28 last game.
Alex's entire roster is playing in a rainstorm, though, apparently, too.
Yeah.
Is there a hurricane I didn't know about?
It's all the tornadoes.
The nor'easters.
We'll see. I don't expect to be starting the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah,
defense.
I think Alex might take something.
Trevor, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if Alex doesn't hit his projections, if each guy misses it by 5, he still wins. Like each major player. So I got to go with Alec.
All right, Alec. I might be chugging my second Smirnoff Ice. Woohoo! Mitch, you're up, and Trevor, it's you too. Anyone want to pick the upset here? Say Trevor's got this.
Trev, how many IRs you got, man?
A lot. And I mean, Waller.
Is this a franchise league? I didn't know.
Waller didn't play last week. Lamar got hurt. Like, Lamar's not playing this week, so there's 24 gone. I need to pick up a quarterback. Probably playing fucking Fields or something. I might just roster the whole Bears lineup and end up with 7 fantasy points.
I would give you that's so much respect right there. Just
I think Taysom's on waivers.
Urban Meyer doing with James Robinson?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, just go coach Notre Dame already. Like,
he's getting
fired. No. You don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I don't get it.
He's going to take a year off after he gets fired, and then James Robinson will blow up next year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My team's screwed. Carter could come back for the Jets. If he does, that'd be great because everyone else on the Jets sucks.
Are they playing at, say, 10 a.m.?
It's the West Coast times.
West Coast time.
So those are 1 o'clock games.
Yeah.
We got Saturday games this week, too. Nice.
Oh, yeah, we do have a Saturday game.
Ooh.
A few of them.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
Colts New England's on Saturday? That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll make a bet that Mitch beats me with just Herbert, Kupp, Harris, and Taylor. Just those 4 guys.
I'll say Herbert, Kupp, Najee, and Mark Andrews beats you.
I, for one, think Trevor's going to win.
What a way to end the year. Trevor's a 200.
Are we betting shots on that, Eric?
No.
You haven't taken any this year, Eric. Have some boldness.
Yeah, come on. It's time.
I need to. I kind of been missing. I feel like I've been missing out. Like
the fun.
Like my only chance here is if I pick up Justin Fields and he throws like 4 touchdowns specifically only to Mooney.
Yeah.
And then I just double dip in those points.
There you go.
It's the only chance.
What I thought Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf was going to be situation.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys, just pick up Allen Robinson too, and then you got.
Yeah, there you go.
You got better chances.
You're like Trevor. All 4 touchdowns. He's going to throw
Komet out there.
Herbert.
Yeah, this is happening.
Stupid.
Herbert,
we'll take some screens.
Yep.
Halvin, why don't you just drop Montgomery for me too? Real quick?
Oh, sure, why not? Kind of need him right now, actually, because Elliott's sack shit.
Speaking of you, Eric, Kyler Murray is supposed to score 30 points this week, which is the highest quarterback projection we've had in the last month.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all.
It's at Detroit.
Okay, I kind of believe it.
Yeah, your receivers are crazy. Honestly, you have just a solid team overall. Beck's team sucks. I don't see a lot of redeeming factors for Beck here, except T. Higgins has been playing okay, has been on an upswing. Cordero Patterson obviously is arguably the best player in the world.
OBJ's out this week, huh?
Who is?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, OBJ.
We'll see what the rest of the Rams roster soon.
And Jarvis Landry
again.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Turns out Beck's gonna have to hit the waiver wire one last time.
Well, he can put let's see what's put Valdez Scantling on. I don't know, or he might put Hubbard in it. Flex.
I'm gonna take Holloway in this one.
I'm going to. I have to.
Just think it might work that way.
Yeah, I like you in this one, Eric.
My problem is I might win, but Sean will put up 18 more points than me.
Yeah, really interesting. You could play. Stafford might be a better play than Murray. I know the projections are crazy, but the Rams beat the Seahawks every game by 100.
I've been thinking about that, but I'm worried about what else is going to happen to the Rams here since they're all getting hit with COVID.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cooper Kupp's still alive. And he'll throw. That's at least 100 yards and a touchdown from Stafford right off the bat.
I think he's going to play quarterback this week. He'll just throw it himself.
He could. Wouldn't be surprised.
It's going to be a shame when one of you get fucked in the playoffs because everyone has COVID.
I know.
That's going to be.
Yeah.
Now I'm worried. I'm
glad I'm not going to be a part of it.
I'm glad I'm not going to.
Looks nervously at the Colts and Vikings players since they're the least vaxxed team on their teams in the league.
There should be something where, as the 9th and 10th place team gets eliminated and not in the playoffs, all of our guys go on waiver.
It's too crazy.
Just COVID.
Mike would just buy everybody. He's got 55 waiver dollars. If you and I go,
we flatten everyone back to $20 for. For the playoffs, everyone gets a flat 20, and our shit players on the 9th and 10th come into.
Oh, make it way less. Like $4.
$4.
Yeah. It's like a gamble. It's like, do I put my 4 on Kamara and hope I get it?
Yeah, $4, and then we'll throw some change in there too. Can we put the cents in there?
You get 52 cents.
Yeah. Which one of you needs Darnell Mooney to come rescue you?
I hate that. All right, the other playoff implication, or one other playoff implication game, Bocek versus Aaron O. This is the closest matchup of the week, with a projected 144 to 146.
Ooh.
Also, high-scoring defenses. 14-point projected for Buffalo with 13-7 for Dallas. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, Cam Newton needs to retire. You're done, buddy.
Yeah, he's washed up. Josh Allen might have turf toe. Eckler also is a little shaken up.
I'm surprised that Allen isn't just in a wheelchair after that one.
This is the closest game, I think, to call. But I feel like it's hard to bet against Aaron O. in general.
Yeah, somehow his guys beat projections every week.
I don't trust Freeman though with the Ravens. That's his weak spot. Maybe Lockett.
Lockett's been on a roll lately. He's put up 22 something a game the last 3 weeks.
But what's his name will be back? Ramsey.
I don't think Ramsey covers Lockett. I think he covers Metcalf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Ramsey shadows either, so I think it's a little bit of both.
I mean, I gotta go Aaron because I need that.
Picking Aaron O.
It'll be interesting. The Bocek's got a lot invested in the Bills.
If I can beat Bocek, Aaron O can certainly beat Bocek. Let's just say that.
If the Bills come out and fucking shit South Carolina, Bocek will be fine. But Aaron O's been constantly proving everyone wrong. Tom Brady might throw 5 touchdowns just because he's in the mood. And there's a chance Aaron gets Thielen back, and that would be huge. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't even know who he replaces with Thielen then. I like all of his receivers just about as much as Lockett.
Yeah, but Thielen against the Bears.
I was going to say Thielen.
You got to play him.
Over.
Yeah, that's why I hope Thielen still hurts so I can potentially throw KJ Osborne in there.
The Bears only have 2 cornerbacks rostered right now.
Yikes.
Yeah, I feel like I would play Thielen over Lockett all day in that one, but...
Well, here is Sean's doing that stupid thing again where he benches his whole roster, so I couldn't put the exact lineups next to each other. So here's Sean's team. You can kind of piece together his players. He's definitely starting Aaron Rodgers. He has no other quarterbacks. Dalvin Cook, Keenan Allen, Mike Gesicki, Deontay Johnson likely starts. Obviously, he'll start Justin Tucker. That's big for him.
He'll start probably.
Mike might not be aware that Terry McLaurin won't play. So,
hey, Mike, can you please make that change?
Also, Debo projected for 21 is crazy.
What have I done?
Also, Edmonds might be coming back and take away from Connor. Maybe not a ton, but...
I think, wasn't Edmonds back last night?
No.
He's still on IR.
Which, thank God, because I almost risked him. They took him off of IR, or activated him.
Oh, really?
and then they didn't play him, and I almost played him on Monday night because I needed help. But I guess what's the difference? Robinson versus a non-active Edmonds, it's all the same thing. But if he comes back, that'll pull a little away from Connor.
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk about like somebody that we were talking earlier, like getting lucky with not having injuries. Look at Mike's bench. Like if one of his guys go down,
he's got 4 guys.
Really not much there.
I have 2 guys on my bench that actually are projected points.
Yeah,
he's got his whole bench.
He's had Christian Kirk sitting on his bench like since week 3.
Yeah. But he's also benching a defense like.
I don't know what defense Mike plays this week, Baltimore or New England. I don't know if either of them are that good.
I was going to say none of them. Go get somebody else.
I'd take
Sean doesn't.
Indy.
What did you say?
I said I would take New England against Indy personally. I feel like Belichick always has Indy's number.
Of those 2, yeah, I would take that. But
yeah,
but I don't know. I hate to say this, but since Sean gave me my win last night, I think Sean gets it done this week. He's the last playoff team.
I disagree. I think Mike goes in strong into the playoffs, has all the confidence in the world, and then loses by 80 in the playoffs. His team's such a pretender of a team.
All right,
Mitch is right. Mitch is right. He's just waiting for one bad thing to happen, and then
Mike, my tip to you
is
to win. Go get Miami's defense versus the Jets. They're projected at 14.
Yeah, you got 55 waiver dollars, Mike.
I was going to say $5 waiver to be there.
Yeah, it's not a house of cards because he's got a solid starting lineup, but it's a house of glass. Like one faulty injury, or Fournette goes down, or Connor, or something. Like Kittle goes out on IR again and isn't putting up 30 points a week.
Those were stupid numbers.
It's a whole different squad. But I still think he wins this week.
Let's hope.
He's still the all-red team, or like red hues. He's got orange Cincinnati, red Terry, red Tyreek, red Fournette, red Connor, red Kittle, red Debo, red Tampa Bay.
I gotta see this. Purple. You say this like every week, and I haven't clicked on them before.
The jersey colors are all red or orange teams. He's the main Power Ranger. All right, that's all I got for this week's podcast. It's Rivalry Week. What are the punishments? I shouldn't say I'm doing one. The loser of me and Alec chugs the Smirnoff Ice. Mitch, what is yours and Trevor's? Jaeger bomb?
Yeah, we got an old Wild Beaver. We got Jaeger bomb followed by a Busch Latte.
Oh.
Okay. Delicious. Can't wait for that one. Halden,
like
you and
it sounds kind of pleasant.
Jesus, Trevor. We turned it into alcohol.
Just got to do it while you're listening to Vanessa Carlton, and it'll be complete.
I'll take a Jaeger bomb and a Busch Light over a vodka shot or double vodka shot.
Over a Smirnoff Ice any day.
Yeah, any day.
Don't talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Yeah, I have a pack of them sitting next to my mini fridge here. Like they're watching me.
Who owns Smirnoff? Have you bought stock yet?
No, but I'm keeping them alive. Eric, what's yours and Beck's?
We're shotgunning a beer. We've been going back and forth on if it's going to be a
double IPA.
No, a malt liquor shotgun. Something.
That's what it should be. Just chugging a beer is not good enough.
A
malt.
I mentioned like if Cobra comes in a can, yeah.
Jesus. Well, keep us updated on what that ends up being. I don't know what the Bocek Aaron Bowl is. Did we get confirmation on that?
I have not heard.
It'll be something like really pleasant.
Like someone's gonna order DoorDash for the other one.
It's like a really it's a really nice rivalry right there.
Aaron has ordered Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't have any. Bocek and Aaron O, report back on what your punishment is. Same with Mike and Sean. I don't know what Mike and Sean's is.
That one might be a little.
Oh, that one might be Malort shot, actually. We might have heard that one.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But, more power to him. All right. That's it for Rivalry Week's podcast. Thank you, Trevor, Mitch, and Holliman for joining me. Next week, we will do podcast with the playoff teams. So
see you all next year.
So won't be Trevor. We're going to do a commissioner podcast at the end of the year to talk about rule changes. But other than that, we will never see Trevor again. All right.
Sounds good.
That's the end of the stream. Bye, everybody.
See you, boys.